Ever since I come you all that I see, I know shit no more.
You got people who will be like, I don't know how you do it, X. I don't know how you do it. Like, if it was me, like, I need more, like, I'm struggling to figure out how to be more happy, how to be more grateful in my life. Bro, it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix, right? You could wire your brain to be in a spirit of gratefulness and just be happy off of the small things. You don't realize that you chasing such big thrills is what's causing you to be unhappy. When you was a child, a simple toy could have brought you the most joy in the world. But as you grow up, you start like aspiring to do these big things, and you forget about taking the small wins. Small wins example, right? You could literally wire your brain and literally say, you know what? I'm gonna hold this door open for somebody until they walk through and say thank you. See how many thank yous I can get, you know? Just use that to charge your day, bro. It don't have to be a big, grand, like thing. It could just be you holding the door open and somebody saying thank you, or you giving somebody a compliment and knowing that you made somebody's day is making your day. See, that's how it works. Feel me? What you give is also what you getting back. Because ultimately, we are all reflections of the source that we came from. So you making somebody else's day is making your day as well. Now, obviously you got people out there who, you know, for whatever reasons got demons on their back and they choose to spread negativity. But, you know, as long as you maintaining your inner peace, taking a small dubs, or aka if you know, play any games, MOBAs, anything like that, you take a buff, which is something that charges you, empowers you. Any debuff, something that takes power away from you, will not affect you. It will not affect you. And you would just be, simplistically put, you would just be happy. And that's literally how easy it is. So if you take a bunch of small wins, right? And break down the formulas, y'all. This is what I do, right? I take a bunch of small wins before I even get my day started. Just simple things that I do. For one, putting on scents, getting my aromatherapy going. That's a small win already. Because I know if I do, it's a possibility if I go outside without this shit on, I'm going to smell something stink. For whatever reason, somebody may not be able to, you know, put on deodorant or just didn't put it on, or whatever the case. Or it might just be some stink of fucking fog from a sewer, whatever the case, bro, whatever it is. But I know that if I put my aromatherapy on, I'm already shielding myself and also blessing my nose with good smells that I want to smell. I mean, like, what I feel like today, I put scents on based on how I feel. That's already a small win. Feel what I'm saying? So it just keep going. Small wins like that. Then I get, hold on, this truck is mad loud. Then I get small wins by just taking cold showers, clearing my head. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm really going through something, I take a hot ass shower. But it's just you just take the wins before you even got to get to that. So when you take an L, it's not as harsh on you. You feel what I'm saying? That L is just not as harsh because you already stacked up a bunch of buffs, something that empowers you, charges you. So any L or any debuff that you take, you're already, you know, you're already so empowered. By the time they try to debuff you or something tries to come and like throw a wrench in your day, it's just not effective. It's not effective. You eventually reach a point where you just like, I don't give a fuck. Why you don't give a fuck? Because you already winning. You're already winning, so you have no reason to care. Right? You have no reason to care because you're already winning. That's how it works. That's how it works. I see I'm looking a long way. Let me go ahead and go to Whole Foods, man. I'm about to go the wrong way. We can turn back around, go to hopefully at the store. But yeah. So if you just looking to be more happy on a day-to-day basis, just it sounds easy because it is easy. I'm making it simplistic for anybody, so any walk of life you could be able to relate to this. It's just simple, small dubs. It's how you wire your brain. Obviously, this looks different to everybody. I'm a simplistic man, right? Now, not to say everybody's simplistic, but you can be, or at least in this facet of life. You don't have to wire your brain to get happy every time you bite a blunt or every time you take a shot. You can wire your brain into positive outlets to where you don't have to do something. I don't want to say it's negative, but it's not the best thing. You feel what I'm saying? In order for you to, get that dopamine release. Just sitting out in the sun for me, right? That's another thing. Just sitting out in the sun for me, getting sunlight, it's physically empowering me, but also like mentally, I feel like I just sit in the sun and I bathe and I just get downloads and I just chill. And that's already a win. Oh yeah, the sun is out? That's already a win. You basically use a cheat code to make yourself happy. Like you just cheat coding your brain. And really and truly, without all of this shit of just going to work and doing this to survive, we eventually get in a state of survival from a lot of shit in life. It could be multiple variables, but just a state of survival. We forget how free we actually are. We don't utilize our free will enough. Because at any point in time, you really could just go outside and sit outside on a bench and be with yourself. And so that is happiness to somebody. It could be to you too. You just gotta escape. Your mind has to escape first from the constant motion that you're doing to realize the free will that you have to be still. And then when you be still, you will understand that what the fuck was I even doing all of this for? You reach that point where you like, what the fuck? I did all of this and I'm not even happy doing it. And you just begin to say, I'm gonna take my power back and I'm gonna choose to be happy doing this. You realize a lot of the shit you do on a day-to-day basis don't even make you happy or don't feel you in no way. You're just doing it because you feel like you have to, or it's a habitual response to you because you've been doing it for so long. And that's why a lot of people also wake up one day and be like, I don't even like my partner for real. Oh, you just now realizing. Because you've been with them so long, you're done trauma bonded to the point where you're like, oh, you just now realizing you don't even like your partner. Like, you don't actually like who they are. Because you done grew out of the part where you got trauma bonded and you done grew from that. And now you just like, I don't even like this person for real. Oh, you just now realizing, okay. Now you woke to it. Now you understand, like, you was doing this for no reason. It's just because you wasn't aware. Because you didn't take that second to pause. To be like, oh, yeah. You know what? I'm only doing this out of habit. I don't actually feel content doing this stuff. I don't actually feel good. And that's the same thing with your eating habit. All of this shit, everything is everything. So nothing is nothing, right? It's all connected, bro. You only eating the chicken because you used to eating the chicken. You don't know nothing else. If you recall times when you ate some fruit for breakfast and how good you felt, you'd be like, you know what? I don't really want no chicken today. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, all this shit, I'm laughing, bro. It's funny, but it's not funny. It's like all of this is connected, bro. You got to see the pattern in it. In order to break it, you got to see the pattern. And it all starts with you. But that's another conversation. This is strictly to help you be more happy and just being more with a spirit of gratefulness. You gotta understand, when you was a child, the simplest things that made you happy, bro. A toy, going to the park, playing. Just get in touch with your inner child. Like, before you started making shit complicated, before life started getting complicated, Because it's not that you really made it like that. It just happened that you grew and you grew out of the simplistic mindset that a child had. So you wake up to a lot of that shit and you realize in reality, life is a lot more complex. But it could be a lot more simple too. It's ironic that we make life so convoluted and we realize how convoluted it is. And then we spend a lot of our adulthood making it simple. Almost got hit. Simplifying it back down. Because I'm gonna be honest, bro. Sometimes this shit get a little too deep. It get a little too crazy. And so we gotta really just make sure that our home up here, we managing that right. But yeah, nah, that's it in my video. Comment if the video helped you. Let me know what y'all want to see next. I love y'all. So I'm making them out. Peace.